So as you see, we're asking the question, are you doing enough to save water? That seems to be only half the problem for Nelson Mandela Bay. They've so far managed to stave off day zero, but only just. But there seems to be a much bigger problem. Their water source at the moment continues to be polluted. Let's bring in Sputnik Ratau, Department of Water and Sanitation spokesperson. Hello to you, Sputnik. This really is a problem. It's one thing to not have enough water. Now you just about are on top of that problem, but now humans are causing issues. What's actually going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth. And yes, what you're talking about is also something very critical for us, the issue of pollution, because sometimes we do not understand that however much we pollute the water that we need in the ultimate has got a couple of ramifications. One, obviously, it is a reduction in the capacity of the streams themselves, the rivers, the water ecosystem, where it cannot hold that much water in the first instance as it should because of the capacity that is taken away by the pollution. But secondly, it is the impact on what we call river health, and that is the quality of water at source, which is very critical because it also has an impact on how much it takes to actually purify that water and how much time it can be able to as well. But the fact that it reduces the amount of water that we can have in a particular water body is what we are all about.
It certainly is what you're all about as well, and that takes us very nicely to the Clear Waters, the Clear Rivers campaign, tightly associated with clean and clear drinking water as well. Tell me about the campaign, because now would be a good time to talk about it because of the pollution in the water in Nelson Mandela Bay. Tell me about the campaign.
The campaign started in 2016, Gareth, and basically what we are saying is we are encouraging communities that live close to rivers, streams, and so on, to actually take an interest in the health of that water body, such that it would. We are encouraging, everybody through the month of July as the month of the campaign, but not necessarily restricted to July, to then go into those water bodies and clear as much of that pollution as possible. But we're also marrying it to the 67 minutes that is related to Mandela Day as one of the ways in which people can be able to utilize their 67 minutes to each, take time to clear some portion of that water body so that we can have more of that environment available to the water that can then be able to flow through when the rains come, when there is a need, because some of the rivers, remember, flow throughout the year anyway.
Yeah, I see the Clear Rivers campaign. You're going to be seeing quite a few ministers. I see Minister Senzo Unu's going to be our Deputy Ministers, David Mahlobo, also Dikaledi Magatsi, and other members of your department as well. But I suppose we need to make it very clear, don't we, Sputnik, just how important it is, especially for Nelson Mandela Bay residents, not to be polluting their water. There's so little of it already. What kind of pollution are we talking about?
The pollution varies. You find domestic pollution, you find industrial pollution, you also find agricultural pollution, and so on. People don't understand sometimes that if I, leave debris anywhere, where in the environment, the chances of that debris ultimately getting into the water courses is very high. Remember that when the rains fall, then that debris gets swept by those waters into the water courses. Secondly, is that it also leads to blockages of the municipal systems that are supposed to ensure that we do not have flooding in localized areas that can also cause a problem for people. So all of those things combined, but also the kind of pollution that you find. In domestic pollution, you find all sorts of things. You even find dead pets in some of the water bodies that you can from time to time go into, and so on. So those things are not supposed to be in those areas, but they have particular areas where they need to be.
Sputnik, I think that loss of signal through to you has probably come at just the right time, because I was about to say goodbye to you as well. Sputnik Ratau, the Department of Water and Sanitation spokesperson, joining us. Sputnik, I'm sorry, it looks like we lost your signal there towards the end, but getting the point across about not polluting any of our water sources, but especially down in Nelson Mandela Bay. A real shame to lose Sputnik to a loss of a signal, but that Clean Rivers campaign are going to be done with a focus on Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, but also for Mandela Day. Very clever initiative.